Good morning, everyone. My name is Edouard, and I'm an independent researcher. I am so happy to be here at the 13th International Workshop on Advances in Cleaner Production, in which I'm going to present this work, which is titled Fostering Sustainable Development Goals, for which I am co-author with Professor Idiano D'Adamo and Professor Massimo Gastaldi, which I thank very much. So here you can see an agenda of today's presentation, but let's not waste any more time and let's go straight into today's presentation. So this is an overview of the 2030 agenda, and in fact we can say that in 2015 all UN member states adopted the 2030 agenda. And so this agenda includes 17 SDGs which are addressing environmental and social challenges. So it is incredibly important usually to measure performance, and for sustainability that is the same. So indicators are essential, for instance, at the territorial level, and even global targets are extremely important, and they can require adjustments for national and local context. So with regards to business and policy, well, businesses can really benefit from adopting green solutions. And most importantly, politicians and the public can use performance metrics to track progress at a territorial level. So in fact, we can sum this slide up with a challenge, which is aggregating and integrating SDG metrics is quite complex, but composite indicators can assist actually in effective evaluation. So the aim of this work will be a literature analysis studying the main topics and trends of authors and countries related to sustainable development goals. And given the extensive literature across STEM and non-STEM disciplines, we actually have employed a high-level approach. In fact, we conducted 3 separate searches on publications from 2020 to 2024 on Scopus on the 3 dimensions of sustainability, which are economic, social, and environmental. So we will study publications with respect to these 3 dimensions and more. So let's start from the first dimension, the economic sustainability in our search focus. And this search has yielded almost 4,000 documents, and we can see that it is actually a steady increase from 2020 to 2023. Here in this bar chart, we can see the most relevant journals, which we will see more often in this presentation, which are Sustainability, Journal of Cleaner Production, and Environmental Science and Pollution Research. Moreover, for us, it was important to study the countries in terms of production, so which is the sum of the single country publications and multiple country publications. And in this case, we can see that the top 5 has China, Italy, India, Spain, and the USA. So going into the environmental dimension, in this case, we have more than 5,000 papers on this dimension, and there is still a positive trend in production. Again, we see still the same most relevant journals for this dimension, and once more, we have the same countries present in the top 5 at the environmental level. So going into the third dimension of sustainability, which is the social one, in this case, we have 3,600 publications on social sustainability, yet again, a positive trend. And in this case, we see a new journal present in our ranking, which is Sustainable Development, and a new country in our top 5, which is the United Kingdom. So again, what is the importance of this search focus? Well, we can see that the 3 pillars of sustainability, in these 3 pillars, there is actually a positive trend in academic research across all 3 dimensions, which is quite good data, actually. So now we only found it natural to go from the 3 dimensions to do a global SDG literature analysis. In fact, to reduce the total number of publications, we only studied publications from 2023 to 2024. And in this case, we have a result of more than 12,000 articles. With respect to the journals, we can see some again, we can see the same journals that were present before. So again, Sustainability, Journal of Cleaner Production, and Environmental Science and Pollution Research. And yet again, in the top 5, we can see China at the head of the ranking with more than 2,000 publications. So we found it incredibly interesting to present a co-occurrence network, which graphically represents the relationships between the entities. So for instance, keywords and concepts. And the key findings from the network are the following. So we can see that there is a strong connection between the term sustainable development and sustainable development goals, which highlights that academic research is based on, sustainable academic research on sustainability is based on metrics which come from the Sustainable Development Goals. So we have seen how in the academic landscape, in fact, there is a concept of pragmatic sustainability and not just ideal sustainability. So a sustainability based on metrics and numbers, which is incredibly important. So again, the network, also moreover, sorry, the network shows a triangle, which we found really interesting, linking sustainable development, SDGs, and human. So we can see how the human being is actually at the center of sustainability research. Coming to the conclusions of our presentation, we can see that there is a growing focus on sustainability. So in fact, research across all three pillars of sustainability, so economic, social, and environmental, has a positive trend in academic output. So with respect to the importance of global collaboration, it is important to state that strong international collaboration is evident and is always more and more important, particularly among the top 5 contributing countries that we have seen, and also with respect to other countries that we have not presented in the slides but are well present in our rankings. With regards to the central role of the SDGs, we have seen how in the academic landscape, again, sustainability research is based on metrics, and thus that represents how sustainability must be pragmatic at all times based on numbers and data and not just an ideal concept. Finally, humans are at the core of sustainability, and we have seen that highlighted by our co-occurrence network. And in fact, humans are and will always be the centerpiece of sustainable development. Last but not least, I will leave you with a challenge, which is that of the complexity of measuring sustainability. So we have seen how indicators and composite metrics are essential, but they are challenging for effectively measuring progress and aligning global and national goals. And it is, in fact, a very important challenge for all of us in the future. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation, and I hope you have a great time at the conference.